Hello friends, welcome to my channel again. Today we are going to make fried chicken and waffles. Yum, yum, yum. These waffles are crunchy in the outside and soft in the inside. And the chicken, they're very tasty, also very crunchy in the outside and thoroughly cooked in the inside. Let's do this! So the ingredients for the fried chicken is of course chicken, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt and pepper, and of course vegetable oil and flour to drizzle it later, and our prepared buttermilk. If you don't have a store-bought buttermilk, you can always make your own buttermilk at home. Actually, I stopped buying buttermilk from the store. I just do my own ever since I learned this trick. So you get 1 cup of milk, whole milk. You really need the whole milk on this one. You cannot do the 2% or anything like that. And white vinegar. And 1 cup of milk, you put 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. But today, just for today, because I want my buttermilk really buttermilky, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. And then just wait for 10 minutes until it will make its buttermilk. So the chicken is, I like the dark meat. I have a little bit of the white meat here, just like 3 pieces, but try to get the dark meat with the bone. It's really good for the fried chicken. So we will put 1 tablespoon of salt, not tablespoon, sorry, 1 teaspoon, friends. Half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Let's do everything 1 teaspoon, okay? Because the way I'm seeing it, it's not enough, the half a teaspoon. We did 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon paprika, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Everything is 1 teaspoon except the pepper is half a teaspoon. And then just mix it all and leave it for good half an hour or an hour or overnight. Okay, for the buttermilk, can you see after 10 minutes that it's already coagulated? That is a good buttermilk. Remember, we put 2 tablespoons of vinegar here for 1 cup of milk. We're just going to marinate our chicken with the buttermilk and with all the seasoning for overnight or an hour or half an hour before you fry them. So for the flour coating, let's do the mixture. It's flour. This is 1 cup of flour. And we're going to do again 1 teaspoon of everything. 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of fine ground black pepper. So we will mix all this and we will coat the chicken with this before putting it in the hot oil later when we fry them. So our chicken has been marinating for several hours because I did this in the midday and now it's dinner time. What we're going to do is shake it, take off all the buttermilk in there, put it in the mixture of flour that we just seasoned. Let's check if our oil is hot enough. Let's check. Okay, yeah, it's hot already. When your oil is bubbling that way, it's already ready. And don't crowd your pan. So while the chicken is frying, this is the time, a good time for you to prepare your batter for your Belgian waffles. 1 3/4 cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 cup of buttermilk, 3 eggs, half a stick of melted butter, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. So let's check. Whoa, they're a little brown. We need to put our fire a little low. Yep. So let's put our 1 3/4 cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. We'll sift all this. Now our wet ingredients. 1 1/2 cup of buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, you can use vinegar and just add 1 tablespoon of vinegar to 1 cup of milk. Half a stick of butter, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I like to use fork and spoon together. I know you can use the whisk here, but you don't want to over mix, so that's why I'm not using that, but I'm just using this too. So after 7 minutes, I'm gonna check my chicken. I lowered down my fire. So let's have them continue cooking for a little bit more, for another 3 minutes maybe. You don't hear much of the sizzle. When you don't hear much of the sizzle anymore, it means they're cooked. Alrighty, let's try the waffles. Ready? Waffle tasting. Oops. They're crunchy in the outside and soft in the inside, and I think I can taste that buttermilk, which is delicious.